Go through this quickly. You have Sam is going to hand out a little handout, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'd like for you to take this back to your churches and share maybe a few details. But as you're looking at that, one of the things I'd like for you to look at, first of all, is on the front of this, there are 6 major tasks that IM is trying to accomplish, and consequently, each one of those is the step, first step, second step, third step, basically, of how we're doing missions. And one is to minister. The second thing is to share the gospel, of course. We want to disciple. We want to plant churches. And we want to train leaders. And then, by the way, we want to get out of the way and let the leaders take over. So then we produce these national partners. I'll be honest, I was very encouraged by your state meeting for a couple of reasons. One, I love the way you guys do business. You may wrangle through things, and you may agree, you may disagree, but you're working through that, and that's a great picture of how it should be done. So I really appreciate it. The second thing that really blessed my heart is that I wish I had started from beginning to end how many times you guys said missions. You talked about the local mission of the church. You talked about your state mission, the things that you're doing in your state. You're talking about the state's North American ministry partnership with other people to plant churches in other areas, and then you've talked about international missions. So I want to congratulate you for for me. Now I'm a missions person, so my ears may perk up more about missions than others will. But from what I hear, what you said today, the theme of this state meeting was missions. And I truly appreciate that and appreciate you doing that, because as you can see on the screen, our call to action, our mission statement is IM labors with the body of Christ to fulfill a great commission. And I truly believe that that's what this state is doing as well. You guys are laboring together amongst yourselves. You're laboring with the state to plant new churches. You're laboring with NAM to plant churches abroad. And by the way, I want to say thank you for laboring with IM. You guys have, you may recognize some of these missionaries that come up on the next slide. Tim Autry is a native of California, and so you guys support him. Debbie and Brenton Driscoll, who are here now, they've been here for a few months, probably been in several of your churches. And by the way, Debbie is one of 12 of our I don't like to use the word foreign-born, because foreign sounds like a negative. International-born person. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. International-born missionaries, one of 12, and we're grateful for that. Dennis and Carol Teague, right now, presently, they would hate for me saying this, but they are our oldest missionaries on the field. And they are just so active and so young. We're not really concerned about that. We're going to let the Lord determine whenever that retirement age may come. And then their son and daughter-in-law, Joan and Lydia Teague, you guys support them as well. So thank you so much for doing that. Let me also say that if you have need of a missionary to come to your church, I know that you may be thinking, well, it's too far for them to come, but we will make that happen. We really want to be connected with you guys in California. And I came in 2018. I had to think for a minute. I came in 2018, and I couldn't tell you how many trips I've made to California, because we truly want to be connected with you on a greater level. I'd love to come to your church. Your missionaries will come to your church as well. We have 113 missionaries, as I stated earlier, 34 countries, and our WMO goal is $1 million. What a goal. I know that seems tremendous, but look at it in this respect. If you take the number of churches we have, if every church would give $500, we could raise $1 million. It's easy as that. Now, the goal, by the way, it really is pointless to have a goal if you don't have something to do with that money. Amen? The goal in and of itself is not the goal itself. We have a purpose for doing that $1 million, and that purpose has 3 reasons. One, our partnerships, so mission fields that have matured, no longer have missionaries on the field. Second is missionaries themselves. There's several categories within missionaries, those that are in need, The new thing that we're adding, which is great, we're adding the new missionaries and their funding, so we're giving them money for that. And then we have 5 new impact projects. We have 18 THP things that are going on this coming year. Here's some numbers that I hope you'll share. This last year, leadership training, we had 1,765 people in leadership training. We had 1,788 professions of faith. We had 1,308 baptisms. This, folks, is our ultimate goal. All the efforts we do, all the money that we raise, all the prayer requests comes down to these numbers right here. And we're extremely thankful. Here's also another statistic for you. You may not know this, but did you know that approximately 30% of Free Will Baptist believers worship outside the United States? 30%. I long for the day when it's over 100%, where we are equal. We have as many people outside the U.S. as we do inside the U.S. who are worshiping and praising the Lord on any given Sunday morning. And I want that to happen not because we're declining, by the way, in the U.S., but because we're all increasing tremendously. Here's a way that you can get involved and be an impact as well. You, as a church member, we have 5 different ways you can get involved. One, you're already doing somewhat. You're sending your E-team students to join us with E-team, and we appreciate that because, by the way, this is what we call our minor league, because we truly believe that we are using E-team to put people on the field later on. We're seeing it happen over and over and over again. Did you know that the average age for someone to be called to the mission field, to be a missionary, where they determine I am going to be a missionary, is 13 years old. So this fits right within our wheelhouse. 15-year-olds are coming in and saying, yes, Lord, I will go, and we appreciate that. CMP is another way. If you have college students, it doesn't matter whether one of the colleges that's already been mentioned or whether they are just going to college. CMP is their program. We want them to go to the mission field on a short-term trip. For you guys that are adults, or not even adults, whoever you may be, there's a place for you at THP. You guys can go on a mission trip, take your skills, take what God has given you. You say, well, God hadn't given me anything. Can you hold a shovel? No one in here can hold a shovel, amen? Can't do it. Anyway, we'll find somewhere for you to go and something to do if you'll just commit to do that. Educationally, we have 2 areas. One is Go Global, which we have a 1 and 2. 1 is basically the 6 tasks. We'll explain what I am is doing through those 6 tasks. And then the second one is much deeper. And then we have Perspectives. Perspectives is an educational course that we do over 6 days. It's an intensive. It just opens the floodgates of missions. And you may say, well, that's not for me. But let me just say this to you as a testimony. Every person that we've had go through Perspectives, they've walked out the other side and just, wow, I cannot tell you how this has affected me. One of the things I would challenge, brother moderator, and other leaders, I would love to be able to do Perspectives in California someday. That's a prayer of mine, and I hope we can do that. Now here, I'm wrapping it up. I'd like for you guys to sign up and get more communication with us. So this next slide, it's also, I believe that same QR code is on the back of this thing that I've given you. So sign up and get information from us. We'd love to make you a part of our email list, our hotline, all the communication that we're doing. We can help you get connected with your missionary. But nonetheless, please communicate with us and get more information. Again, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate that you're laboring with us to fulfill the Great Commission. God bless you. Okay.